Welcome in Taurus. This is your April reading, and I'm Trace from EarthStar. Thank you for joining me. You've got the Lovers card as your theme for the year. Now, if you don't understand what that means, please go back to my January playlists, and even if you just watch the beginning of it, so you understand what is going on here, Taurus. Now, the Lovers card, I've used the Tarot of the Abyss this month. Every month I use a different deck so you can get the different aspects of what these cards mean for your year. So the Lovers card is what I pulled for you for the year. Now, remember, in the beginning of the year, I told you that this doesn't necessarily have to mean two people. This can be yourself as well. And if you can look and see how these two trunks are intertwined there, that is a long time it takes to get there. So your message to me this month in this card, and your ongoing message for the year, is that you're building yourself. You're grounding your roots into the ground here. You've got a steady, firm network of roots going into the ground here. And you're building around your network of who you are. And there's nothing more beautiful than nature itself. And if you look at these trees, how they are growing just with no effort into each other and are learning how to navigate their branches into the sky. And you know, there's no straight arrow with trees. They go any other way. So this is encouraging you, Taurus, this month to make sure that your roots run deep into the earth, and that remember that you can share nutrients with yourself in the sense of how you bond with your mind, your soul, your physical body. And you know, through any storm, you stand firm because you have two sides to you always. There's always the spiritual side, and then there's the physical side. So, you know, this is a deep soul year for you, finding yourself and going through this most amazing sort of regeneration of who you are. This is a month of building who you are. And if you look at this card closely, you can see the patterns forming in the trunk. And that is just the togetherness that you will be discovering in yourself. And you know, the choices that you make, because the Lovers card is usually about the choices and the consequences you make in the tarot. And if you're looking for love, you are making yourself a really firm, steady, stable life for yourself. And then this year, if you find somebody, that is how this person is going to receive you. Isn't that wonderful? So such a beautiful message for you this year, Taurus. And this particular Lovers card is just ridiculously beautiful. So I'm going to be drawing you a theme card for the month for my Earth Magic Oracle. And this theme will carry you through April and give you the idea. So let's see, Taurus for April. Oh, it turns straight over. So what we got there, it says Gaia, which is another word for earth. That's the name for Mother Earth. And you've got nurturing. Now, isn't this the same what we just said here? So this month for you, the month of April cosmically is about that. It's a bridging period. It's between the new and the old worlds. And cosmically, all the way the planets are forming, it is asking you, or they are asking us, you, Taurus, to nurture who you are. And I'll sort of pick it up again. Have a look at this Earth Mother, if you want to call it. She's got all the different elements of, there's a deer there, you can see birds there, there's another bird here. It's this control of the earth itself. And who wouldn't want that energy coming into you? And she is just blowing the winds gently into the green grass and growing everything. So whoever you are out there as a Taurus, this month is either doing this to yourself or the people around you. That is such an amazing message for you. And as I was saying to you, that the energy of April is quite a slow down kind of energy. Again, that bridging gap. But then again, if you're another star sign, it might be a really building up in a crazy, hectic business for you this month. But for you, Taurus, you are asked to please have a look now and isolate yourself a little bit, nurture yourself a little bit, carry on with your theme here, and know that when you're facing lessons, you can always nurture yourself. You know, lessons come up as different people, as different situations, and if you don't learn them, they will dress up differently every time. So I'm doing 3 different cards here. Your first card will be how you're coming into the month. So in other words, how you're feeling. The second card is going to be if there's anything you should avoid or any obstacles, if any. And your third card will be a message from Spirit and what you need to embrace and the kind of action you should take going forward. So let us see for you, Taurus, what is your cards for April? I want that card there. Okay. So this is how you're coming into the month, the Moon card. And this is what you should be avoiding. Now, please don't be scared of this card. It doesn't mean physical death. It means a transformation. And this is an obstacle. So in other words, an obstacle that might come up for you that maybe might make you face all the time, that you need to change things. You need to change things up. You need to change things up. So let's see what your third card is. And you've got the King of Swords. So I like to pull another card when there is a court card and you've got the Hanged One. So let's unpack this for you now, Taurus. So Taurus, you're coming into this month quite, I wouldn't say afraid, but in the dark a bit. So April, to you, you're sitting on top of a roof here and you're looking at the world and you're thinking, you know, in the dark things look a little bit scary for me and I'm not quite sure of how things are. Perhaps things are a little bit hidden. And the moon is asking you to just use your intuition. You know, when you're sitting outside in the dark, for a while, you actually can start adjusting to the dark. You start seeing things differently. You start seeing things that you didn't see when you first walked outside. So go and sit on top of a roof somewhere. Go and sit on a proverbial roof somewhere and just observe for a bit. That's how you should be coming into this month. And things that you should avoid. Now, this is on a bus, okay? And you've got people standing, you've got this terrible Grim Reaper standing there. But it doesn't mean, as I said, it doesn't mean that there is a death or anything happening around you. It's just saying that, and that's in that instance where you're, when you see that person coming towards you, it is quite scary. I mean, that person standing there is not very nice. So it's not as ominous as you think. And that is what you need to understand this month. You're coming into the month feeling a little bit unsettled. This month is not going to be as ominous as you think. That's exactly what this card is saying to you, is that when there are endings and beginnings in life, when you are hit with transformations and things that you need to release and baggage that you need to release, it's a good thing. You know, it can be shocking at first. It can be very, very shocking. But at the end of the day, if you've got an unsatisfactory job or you've got a friendship that's causing you to not look at things very well, you've got your nurturing card here that is saying to you, nurture yourself through things. Nurture yourself through, because this way forward is ultimately a little reality check for you. So when reality hits you this month, Taurus, know that it's not going to be as bad as you think. And you just need to nurture yourself through it. And remember your monthly card. Your monthly card is you are building yourself slowly to be a better person, a better version of you. And if you have to leave things behind, there's nothing wrong with that. And then your message from Spirit, you got this, the King of Swords, and you got the Hanged One, which is looking at things differently. Now, again, it's a very slow energy, because this energy is saying to you, you need to hang upside down and just start looking at the world a little bit differently. Please excuse the noise outside. It's some construction in my road. So if it's annoying, I do apologize. Sorry, Taurus, I had to stop recording. It was just getting too noisy. As I said, there was construction. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to draw you a little fairy card to go with this. And you know, fairy cards sometimes can give you a little bit of a punch. I'm using healing with the fairies. So let's see what we can get for you, Taurus. Let's see what's coming up for you for the month of April. Taurus for April. What is Taurus's fairy advice? Let's take it back to the fairies. Why not? And you've got Kick Up Your Heels. This is one of the nicest cards in the deck, this Kick Up Your Heels. You can see this little unicorn and rainbows. Why not? Why not have a unicorn and rainbows? Because it seems like you are asked to take some time for yourself and think about what's actually real for you. This King of Swords here and this Hanged One, as I said before. I don't know if you can see that. This Hanged One is that just looking at life differently. And when you take time out for yourself, when you take time out to kick up your heels and just be grateful for a certain amount of things in your life. And you know, that's a lot of people keep saying that, oh, just have gratitude. But let me tell you something. When you stop and you take yourself out of the fear zone and you just see life differently, you just take some time out for yourself. Even the Hermit card agrees here at the bottom. And you take a perspective of something different. You just maybe sit down, have a cup of coffee or cup of tea at a coffee shop near you, and just look at the people around you and understand that there is so much going on. There is a lot going on in the world. Everybody has their own path to walk. And when you just have a good look at your own life and you see how people are really battling and how everybody's got something that they are maybe victims for or they're battling with in life, invariably you look back at your own life and you go, you know what, I'm actually quite happy with my lot. So that is what this is encouraging you to do here. And then you kick up your heels and you actually say to yourself, you know what, I'm actually fine. I'll take my lot back. I can cope with my lot. At least it's familiar to me and I know what I'm doing with that lot. So I'm going to draw the next card. Taurus, look, it's not a very deep message for you this month, but you know, like, I think it is. I think at the end of the day, you just need to be reminded of how you need to nurture yourself and how you need to put those fears aside and let life happen. Let life happen for you. And in this bridging period, as I was saying to you, this whole of April, cosmically, I did a little bit of a cosmic read, and it says that, you know, and since last December, we've been asked to slow down. We've been asked to sort of experience things that keep popping up for us. And when you slow down, and again, this Hanged One, when you take that time out, you actually realign with what matters and you identify what is more important to you. And that is what this whole of April is encouraging all of us to do, is to take that time to just realign with what is important to us. And then we'll know how to move forward in life. Oh gosh, two of them wanted to come out for you there, and you saw them both jumping. And you know, like, we could be facing things every single day that are just dressed differently. I keep saying this in all my readings today, is that we are faced with things. The same thing comes up for us, and we think we've got rid of a person, or we've got rid of a job, and these people at a specific job that you don't get on with, let's say they are really, really causing a lot of trouble in life, or at a gym that you go to, or in some kind of circle that you're involved in, these people there that this really, really you can't get on with. And because you've walked away, you think that the problem is solved. But then again, in a month or two's time, somebody might say something different to you, and you think, oh my God, it's the same lesson. I'm dealing with exactly the same nonsense. It's because you need to look at that differently. You need to raise your frequency in order to head towards what aligns with you. And you've got here, grass is always greener. Take off your shoes and walk in the grass. Close your eyes and really scrunch your toes, quite literally, and get grounded. Now that's exactly what this kick up your heels card is saying to you, is grow indoor plants. Greenery is scenery. Healthy indoor plants bring life to any room. Stick to your regular watering schedule and enjoy the bounty of green. Now, you've been given very simple guidance here today from your spirit and from your guides and from your angels. This is really, really nice, simple messages for you. And I get that you need to just enjoy your month. You just need to enjoy your month, nurture yourself and along the way, and really just see how life takes you. See where life takes you. Come on, Taurus, you can do this. Come on. And you know, the cycles that we're all in at the moment, everybody's in a cycle of their own life. That is how you learn. And that is where the healing happens too. And you break the patterns, because when you just live, because your message this year is to just live. Just put your one foot in front of the other. Make a difference everywhere you go. And be kind. Be kind to yourself. Be kind to others. Raise your frequency so that you are consciously working towards what it is for you. If you are in a frequency that is down and low and a victim, that is not consciously building your life for you. So kick up your heels, believe in the rainbows and unicorns, and get yourself up and just living this month, Taurus. Ground yourself as you are. You are an earth sign that grounds yourself. Gosh, Tracy. Wow. I'm not doing very well. What I was trying to show you was the grounding. Just ground those roots in, and that's when you feel secure and stable instead of coming in with the fear. Right, Taurus, let's give you a nice message here. Love. I love that. Yes, you have to love. And its divine source is the idea that no person, place, or thing in your salvation, only love itself. I rest my case. It is just loving life. Just love your life. Love the people around you. Be kind. And it says invite help. Invite the divine to pursue you. Seriously, just say, I'm finally ready, God, and pursue me. So this is a very simple message for you this month. Taurus, there's no great shakes. It's just that, no more past wounds need to hurt you anymore. You need to make a promise to yourself that towards the end of April anyway, the planets are aligning differently for us. And there's a bit of a shift. There's like a consciousness shift, and it'll be like a breath of fresh air for you. That's what's happening cosmically. So align with that yourself And this is how you get back on track with yourself. Just go with the flow this month, Taurus. That's what I get for you. Now I'm doing your last card here, which is a little crystal. Let's see what the crystal comes up for you this month. And you've got opal. Joy. My soul sings and dances to the vibration of joy. Now, isn't this just what your whole theme is this month? So, Taurus, even though there isn't these great, deep messages, nurture yourself. Just go with the flow. Just understand what love is. Love yourself. Be a little bit kinder to yourself. Grow some plants inside. Go walk on the grass. Just live a little bit. Just feel the energies in you, and give yourself the logic of life. This King of Swords here, he is your key this month, is that work in your head, not in your heart. Look at the logic and just be enriched by the energy that's around you. Don't make waves. Okay, Taurus? Take care, and I hope to chat to you soon.